Welcome back to Studio 10.
A lot of us made those New Year's resolutions to start the year. You may be working hard to keep those up, but you know, those can be hard to keep long term. We have motivational speaker S.B. Duncan here this morning to talk about making life changes instead of New Year's resolutions. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's nice to be here.
It's great to have you here, and welcome to the Gulf Coast, too. I understand you recently moved to the area. Before we get started on some of your tips, just tell us a little bit about yourself briefly.
I'm a motivational speaker, as he said, and I'm also a writer and a life strategist. I speak to companies, associations, about mainly in the area of personal development, which means I help people, even individuals, create the life that they've always wanted.
And that's what we're talking about this morning, making those life changes instead of just resolutions now and then. So let's start. We're going to touch on three things. Let's start with living your best life. Tell us about that.
Okay. Well, resolutions to me always feel like wishes. I wish I'd lose 30 pounds. I wish for a new car. I wish I'd win the lottery. And they're not something that we really measured out and decided that we're willing to put in the time and the effort that would take. Making life changes, this time of year is the perfect time to kind of reassess your life, kind of like an annual checkup. We look at our life and decide, are things working for me? Am I where I want to be? Am I meeting my goals? Am I making new goals? Am I in happy and fulfilling relationships? And if your answers to these are yes, then you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. But if your answer is no, then you do need to make some life changes. And those are not easy to do. It takes a lot of work. But it's a lot easier than living a life that's less than what you'd hoped you would have.
Well, as you mentioned, if you're answering no to some of those questions, one of the things you want to talk about, too, is being happy no matter what the circumstances. So tell us about that.
That's true. A lot of people seem to want to try to find happiness out here. They want to find happiness in expensive cars and big houses and nice clothes. And really, you can be happy no matter what your circumstances. And I know there's a lot of people out there going, you have no idea what my life is like. And there's a lot of people right now that are having serious troubles. But the fact is that I have overcome a lot of difficulties. I have been through so much, and that's actually what my book is about. I went through a couple of years of really tragedy and overcoming one thing after another, and I made it through, even though some days I didn't want to get out of bed. So that's what my book is about, and so I do know how difficult it is to overcome hardships.
Well, expounding on that a little bit, you can talk about being happy all you want, but some people don't know how. They need some help. So what is the #1 way to find happiness and peace?
I say the #1 way is to develop what I call an attitude of gratitude. And there are 2 ways to do this. I keep a gratitude journal, and I write in it every day. And I do this with a lot of people that I work with. I have them look for things to be grateful for. And let me tell you, some days it's slim pickings. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, wait a minute, I think I saw a dandelion this morning on my way to work. But some days I am so overwhelmed with gratitude at the blessings that I received that day. And so it's actually writing those down, and whenever you're having a hard time, you can go back and look at those. And another thing is actually developing an attitude of gratitude, looking at the positive things in your life instead of the negative. Whenever we begin to focus on the positive things, they seem to multiply. We don't focus on the negative, and we focus on the good things, and we bring more good things into our lives.
All right, well, it was great to have you here. And if people want to find out more information about you or hear more of what we're talking about today, how can they get in contact with you so you can come speak at their event?
Well, they can either reach me at SB Speaks at gmail.com, which is just like my name, but Speaks, SPEAKS at gmail.com.
That is correct, yes.
Or sbspeaks.com is my website, so they can get in touch with me either way, and I can come and speak at your event. I can work with you personally, you know, whatever you need to help make your life happier.
Fantastic. Not resolutions, not quick fixes. Make a change that will affect the rest of your life.
That's right.
All right. Thanks a lot, SB. Appreciate having you here.
Thank you.
Danny?